Hawk fans, it's already week 3 on Take 5, and can you believe it? We're almost into the fall. I can't believe it's almost October at this point. Our guest today is St. Joseph's women's soccer forward and sophomore Mo Hawkins, a former all-conference selection in her first year. Welcome. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. It's good to be here.
Haven't seen any of the Take 5s from what I've heard, so this is an all-new experience for you. Good.
First for everything. So.
Good. Yeah, we'll break you right in. First question. Do you follow professional soccer a whole lot? MLS or WPS or any of those leagues?
Well, actually, when I was growing up, I was a really big Charge fan, and I went to all the games with my parents and my family, and it was like I had all the Charge shirts and everything. So definitely growing up, I think the Charge is always like my favorite professional type soccer.
Still have any of those shirts?
I do.
For nostalgia?
Yep, and the little the things that you bang together and all the gear.
All right, so professional soccer, we'll go from one sport to another sport.
Okay.
Major League Baseball, are you a Phillies fan?
I am, the biggest.
Well, right now, end of the season coming up, only about 6-7 games at this point as we're taping this. Who's your favorite player, and who do you think is the team MVP at this point, if you had to select one?
Honestly, I'd have to say Cliff Lee. I'm the biggest fan. When we got rid of him, I was devastated, and then when we got him back, it was like the happiest day of my life. And I think he's just a great team player. I think he's a great pitcher. He hits so. Yeah,
he hits.
Yeah.
The whole pitching staff hits pretty well. Even Halliday and everybody.
Definitely.
They do a really good job.
Yeah.
All right, so Cliff Lee, your favorite player, and for team MVP.
Yes,
okay.
I would say.
Like all those shutouts that he's thrown this year, huh? Okay. What's the best part about playing soccer at St. Joseph's in your mind?
I guess the experiences between, having to go from practice to games to away trips to fundraising for, team events, all throughout, last year and this year, the different experiences really have just been, I'm just really glad to be a part of it. And it's definitely a good thing that, the team is all meshing well together and that everyone likes the coaches. I feel like at St. Joe's, everything is going together. It's very natural. We don't have to force anything. We're always very happy, and so yeah.
Everything's got a nice ebb and flow.
Yeah, it's you almost want to be there instead of having to be there.
And wins every now and then help, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You guys have had some pretty good success lately.
Yeah. So.
Now thinking about your career, looking at your numbers. Have you ever played anything but forward where you didn't have to score? Looking at some of your statistics, some of them in high school were just out of this world.
Yeah, I usually have played forward all my life, but I mean today at practice I did play goalie and I saved a PK, so guess you never know.
How'd that work out? Were you nervous?
Well, we were doing a shooting drill, and then the goalies had to shoot, so one of the team players had to go in net, so I went in net and.
Just lay it out,
yeah.
knock it away. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, good job. Final question. This is our wild card.
Okay.
And you wouldn't even be familiar with this, not having seen any of the other ones yet, but here we go.
Okay.
Say we're talking about the next season of Survivor, and St. Joseph's women's soccer is on Survivor.
Okay.
Who of your coaches and teammates, who's the first one to get voted off in your mind?
Teammates or coaches?
Can be either one.
Okay.
Or both. It doesn't matter.
All right, I guess, let's see, I guess for teammates would be Taylor Mallory, just because she's very tough, and I feel at the very end of it, she would fight for herself over, trying to, she's a very tough player, so I would assume that for Survivor, I would probably want to vote her off, because I'd be scared of her.
You would get her off the island right away.
Before she voted me off. And then I guess coaches, I guess just Kimmy, only because she's new this year, so I don't know her as well as I know Drew and Jess and Timmy, but.
So newbie ends up being the odd woman out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, Mo Hawkins, you have survived this edition of Take 5. Okay. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Threw her right into the fire, and she did great. Mo Hawkins, our guest this week on yet another edition of Take 5. We do one every week. Sit down with a St. Joseph's men's or women's student athlete, ask he or she 5 questions. For St. Joseph's All Access, I'm Matt Martucci. And as always, we'll see you next week, Hawk fans.